Not everyone is a born adventurer, yet we all agreed on the most incredible adventure possible, this life. A lovely quote says, "Change is the only constant in life." And I find it interesting that while so many of us crave consistency and are keen to keep the status quo, in some way or the other, we all have to accept the only constant in life, change, even though just grudgingly at times. New beginnings involve change. Anytime an aspect of your life changes, for example, you're moving to a new apartment, taking on a different job, changing countries, joining a new gym, introducing a new diet, or simply trying out a new hobby, it's a new beginning. It requires courage, curiosity, flexibility, and adaptation. Before we begin something new, we often come up against the desire to keep things the same, for comfort, out of habit, because of the familiar feelings, and to avoid facing our fears. Of course, it's easier to start a new journey when we know about the potential obstacles, the detours, the changes that might come. We like to be in control, know the unknown, and be prepared. But chances are that we will have to face the unexpected, which can mean different things for different people. Might be failure, or being uncomfortable, being uprooted for a while, losing life quality, or having a lack of support, and so on. Think of deep sea divers who don't simply jump into the water hoping for a great experience. Instead, they train intensely for their job. They check their gear before every dive. They maintain a high fitness level, and they know how to keep calm when an emergency arises. Likewise, you won't start something new completely unprepared. Instead, you will clarify your intentions, your goals and values, which of your strengths and qualities will serve you well on this journey, and where you may have to ask for support or step up learning new skills. You will draw on past experiences, on lessons learned, so you can start off well. When you become aware of fears creeping in, I invite you to pause. Take time to step back and into an attitude of curiosity and empathy. These parts that are afraid are so for a reason. They are stuck in a past memory where trying something new and being adventurous ended up with an unpleasant experience. You might have bravely stepped up at school to play your first song on the violin and made too many mistakes because you were nervous. Perhaps your first relationship ended with many months of heartbreak and suffering. Or you left to study and were so overwhelmed that you ended up in a deep depression. So these parts strive to do their utmost best to prevent you from experiencing something similar again. And who can blame them? They are frozen in time and stuck with uncomfortable emotions such as shame, feelings of blame, devaluation, unworthiness. So what can you do? You can start developing a relationship with these parts. Until now, this part believed it's the only one responsible for ensuring your safety. Once you can get this part to realize that you're serious about understanding its troubles and worries, it will be more comfortable to pass control over to you. Like you and me, all we need at times is someone to listen to our concerns and ask good questions, so we feel seen and heard and come up with solutions that are aligned with who we are. The more time you take to understand what these parts are afraid of and what they're worried might happen when you start over again, the easier it will be to learn what they desire for you. And that's when you create space for your inner knowing, this wise self that taps into resources only available when you are separate from the scared part. And you will be surprised what kind of resources you have within yourself. So for me, fear is a gift that points towards undiscovered and forgotten inner resources. If you would like to find out more about how to transform your fears into strengths, contact me. I'll be back next Thursday with another musing, and until then, take good care.